that point though, Ryan saying, you know, whoever loses this game, is that their season over?
No, because it all then all kind of it rolls over into the league. Whatever happens, I think Rangers would have a bit of a problem in terms of, I think, whatever momentum was getting built, a defeat at home in front of their own fans with a big Celtic travelling support, I think that could be a real gut punch for Rangers.
Yeah.
And they would then go into the final 9 games of the league campaign having to build momentum from a standing start. And they're a point further off Hearts at the top of the table. So that could be problematic, but it doesn't mean it's over. It's all too tight, and there's too many twists and turns. There will be twists and turns. That I just don't. I think what's highly unlikely is that one of these top teams, goes in a run now and wins every league game between now and the end of the season. Which means by virtue of that, there's going to be chances, opportunities for teams, regardless over the course. It could go all the way down to the last set of fixtures. That's how tight it is. But I think a defeat for Rangers on the back of a draw that felt like a defeat for Rangers. If Celtic were to come to Ibrox twice, get a draw when they looked as if they were going to get a bit of a going over in that first half, get a draw and a point in the league, and then knock Rangers out of the Scottish Cup on their home patch, I think all the momentum in terms of the two from Glasgow would be in Celtic's side of the city after it.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, for Celtic, if they go out the Scottish Cup, that's going to be a sucker punch as well. That's going to take a bit of getting over. But they got the 3 points at Pittodrie that really, jumped them into second place in the table. Hearts are in the crosshairs. I don't think, as much as I'm having a laugh and a joke saying, "Oh, this is just a free shot for both of these sides at the weekend," we know it's not. It could have. I don't think. I think it's also impossible to isolate this cup tie. Say, well, it's only the cup, because I think whatever happens, there'll be a bit of collateral that goes into the remainder of the league campaign. So it's mental. And by the way, I saw SPFL put out a statement. I think 1.1 million viewers during the Old Firm game at the weekend at its peak. Look, all eyes are on us. All eyes are on Scottish football right now, because it's the place to go for drama.
I watched the Arsenal-Chelsea the other day, Keith, and look, I know I'm biased, but it was so sanitised. It was so boring.
Listen, we are the antidote to the English Premier League right now. I think this England, and yes, I accept maybe because Liverpool are toiling so badly. I find it just a dreadfully dull watch this season, and no wonder so many people from down south now, they're wanting to talk about our game. They want to talk about our league. They want to talk about this miraculous Motherwell, the possible heroics at Hearts, the Old Firm knocking 7 shades out each other. All eyes are on us, and I think it's because I think they find the stuff that's going on in their own backyard a bit too dull.
I agree.
We might not have the most quality in the world. We're the least thing that anybody could ever accuse us of is being dull.
We're not short in drama, that's for sure. Very last thing, there is the quarter-final lineup for the Scottish Cup. I need your predictions, Keith. Falkirk, Dundee United, Dunfermline, Aberdeen, Rangers, Celtic, St Mirren, Partick, Thistle.
Falkirk, Dunfermline.
Do you think Dunfermline will put Aberdeen out?
Yeah, I do. I can see that Neil Lennon will be rubbing his hands at the thought of it. Absolutely, I can see Dunfermline winning that one. Partick Thistle and St Mirren could go either way. St Mirren are struggling. Partick Thistle have been getting a lot of good results. It wouldn't surprise me if you get another championship victory over a Premiership side there. Rangers and Celtic. Look, I'm laughing there because Ryan saying it's impossible to predict it, but then went into great detail that Rangers would probably take the lead, that Celtic would have a strong second half, and Celtic would win it 2-1. I think it is just about impossible. I'm going to go because I think there's going to be fireworks.